Yo guys, what is up? My name is Jeracraft, and today we have got our scuba diving kits ready for our very first small adventure below the deep blue ocean, because today we are going to try and build a secret underwater pirate treasure cove. Now this idea stems from the deep oceans of World of Warcraft, and I've actually logged into my account just to show you guys what I'm going to try to recreate. Now apart from all the incredible scenery and the fact I'm riding a seahorse, there are also these really cool underwater caverns which you can actually swim through. The idea is to swim through the cave and find this sort of air pocket. The only difference is, instead of just one empty cave, I'm going to try and build a pirate themed hideout. So if you guys are ready, just sit back, relax and enjoy, and let's begin today's adventure. Now finally guys, this is going to be my very first build project using the new Minecraft updates Aquatic and Pillage. Honestly, we don't even have world edit, so this is going to be a relatively smaller project compared to some of my other epic creations. But nonetheless, I created a new Minecraft world, and to my surprise, I found the perfect place to start building. I literally spawned right in front of an open ocean with an abandoned pirate ship just sitting on top of a small reef up in the distance. This is going to be just perfect for us to start building our cavern right underneath the pirate ship. Now the original idea was to create a simple cave entrance, but then I came across this image and I thought it would be a really interesting idea to recreate the entrance using shark bones. But unfortunately, after much work, I wasn't really too happy with the final result, so I decided to go for a much more elaborate design. It actually turned out to look like the remains of a sort of giant mythical sea snake, or maybe just the remains of a dragon. It's really down to your imagination. I've even used red coral to make the eyes stand out. Overall, it's actually turned out to be a pretty epic design despite all the failed attempts, I must admit. But the best part is that we now have a really cool entrance that we can actually swim through, and that will eventually lead into our pirate cove. Now, like I mentioned before, we don't actually have world edit, so I guess for this project our only option is to use some good old-fashioned TNT to empty out the entire cave. And we don't necessarily have to have one single entrance. Seeing as the pirate ship actually sits right on top of the cave, I thought it would be a good idea to add a rope ladder leading down into the cavern. So after a few shipwreck decorations, I basically added this sort of secret trapdoor entrance with a sort of rope ladder that can easily be done using some barrier blocks. So now we need to make sure to decorate the cavern with as many pirate themed features as possible. We have prison cells, pirate flags, barrels, even an anchor hanging down from the ceiling. This actually reminds me a slight bit of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in Disney. You can just imagine the ship passing through here. All we need is just a few pirates. But if something like this was actually added into Minecraft, I would totally prefer this area to be filled with skeleton themed pirates, and of course filled with plenty of pirate treasure. But besides all that, for the very first time, guys, I really can't get carried away with this project, because building any further would just result in the cave being totally flooded. So we just have to make do with the space we have available. Right guys, now this is really starting to come together. We now have a really cool underwater cave entrance, a rope ladder leading up to the shipwreck, not to mention having added tons and tons of little details, some of which come from our last build tips and tricks video, like say this nice looking fishing rack. But surprisingly, we still have a bit of extra space to work with, and if we make our way over to the back of the cave, I think we have just about enough space to add a small blacksmithing area. Now when it comes to the main building, this was supposed to be a small pirate fortress, but guys, there's just not enough space for anything too crazy. But I thought this could be a place for the captain or the crew leader, you know, someone important. But it's just a shame we can't have this guy surrounded in gold coins and treasure. But we can definitely add a map of the area, just because I think the maps look amazing and I think it goes well with the overall theme. I really wanted you guys to be able to explore and adventure through this cave freely, so I've made sure to add plenty of walkways and passages, as well as a couple of extra rooms. if we make our way down to the bottom of the cave, I've actually added the ice cold food storage units just like the ones we built in the last video. We also have tons of extra space straight through these double doors, which I thought would be a good place to build a tavern for the pirates to be able to eat and drink. But that's of course if they were actual living, breathing pirates and not skeletons.
Welcome to the end, friend.
And by the way guys, this is what the cavern is actually supposed to look like. Obviously I had the brightness settings adjusted just so that you guys could see what was being built, but this makes a huge difference, and despite being a relatively small project, I actually really enjoyed putting this together. Now apart from that, I'm also gonna leave it up to you guys to find the hidden secret treasury room. So if you do want to get your hands on this world, make sure to update your USB drive at www.jeracraft.net. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got some build tips and ideas, and hopefully I will catch you guys in the next one. This is Jeracraft over and out.